All right, last but not least, example number 2 for Math 7, 8-3, nope, 8-4 notes on comparing data displays. So here in this example, you might be noticing we have 2 dot plots instead of box plots that we are comparing. You also might notice the directions. This is not a multiple choice question. This is like practice problem number 3 on your homework. They're asking you to determine whether each statement is true or false. Meaning, for each statement, you need proof and the words true or false written. Okay, so A, the median for video games is less than the median for for exercise. Okay, well, before we can do anything, we need to determine what this graph is showing me. What do you think the H stands for? This is just showing us hours spent either A, exercising, or B, playing video games. So now, when you're dealing with these dot plots, I always recommend to start by listing out the numbers. I saved you some time by writing those numbers out for you instead of having you sit here and watch me write them out. But that would be the very first thing you start by doing with those dot plots. Otherwise, you're going to most likely make mistakes. Noticing just pointing out that I skipped 4s and I skipped 6s and anything that didn't have any dots because that means there wasn't those data values. We only put the data values down for where the dots are. And the fact that there are 3 dots above number 1 there means that I wrote 1 3 times. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and use our highlighter and find the medians. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so we have 2 numbers in the middle here, which is solid. In between those 2 numbers, if I add 2 plus 3, that gives me 5. 5 divided by 2 is 2.5, which makes sense because in the middle of 2 and 3 is 2.5. Same thing for my video games. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. And this one's also nice. 2 9s in the middle. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 divided by 2 leaves me with 9, shockingly enough. So again, I'm going to label these things. Exercise median was equal to 2.5. Video game median was equal to 9. The question had said the median for video games, so that was 9, is less than the median for exercise. Is that true? Is 9 less than 2.5? It is not, therefore, that is false. We have the proof, and we're making that conclusion. Next. Part B says that the ranges have a difference of 2. Difference should be floating in your head as subtraction, meaning we need to subtract them. So the range, how to find the range? Range is highest minus lowest. So the exercise range, the highest data point is 12, minus the lowest, which is 0, which gives me 12. Video games, maximum is 14, minus the minimum of 0, gives us a range of 14. Do those have a difference of 2? And they do. 14 is 2 away from 12, and vice versa. So part B is actually true. Part C, quartile 1 of video games is equivalent, aka equal, to quartile 3 of exercise. So they want Q1 for video games. Notice my shorthand that I'm doing to label that stuff. Q1V equals, and then they want quartile 3 of exercise. So coming back over here, quartile 3 for exercise is going to be the upper. So my middle got split in half right in between the 2 and the 3, right? That's where my 2.5 was. Split these ones while I'm at it. All right, so 3, 12, 3, 12, 5. Boom. We have a Q3 of 7. So X size, yep, Q3, 7. Now we need the Q1 for the video games. 9, 0, 6, 8, 6, 8, and we have a 7 also. So, is that true? Is quartile 1 of video games equivalent to quartile 3 of exercise? 7 is equal to 7, so yes, indeed, that is also true. Last but not least, finding the mean for exercise. Remember, mean is just asking you to find the average. And to do that, you show me the sum and the number you're dividing by. So again, exercise is going to be equal to, and video games is going to be equal to. Coming here, counting my dots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That tells me I'm going to be dividing by 14. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 as well. So each one's being divided by 14. Then you would come over to your list and you would just add all these numbers together. I will save you the time of doing all that by hand, and I will let you know that the exercise totals to be 58, which when you divide that gives you 4.14. And your video games is 123 divided by 14, which turns into 8.79 when you round. So, last but not least, is that true or false? The mean for exercise is greater than video games. Is 4.14 greater than 8.79? It is not. Therefore, that is false. And there you have notes for 8-4.